So in the genre of anime, you're bound to see plenty of weapons, whether it's weapons that can destroy a planet, whether it's just a huge mecha suit, or sometimes you'll just see some common weapon that you become fond of over time. For some it's the spear, for others it might be a lance, for others it might be a gauntlet. Well, there is a plethora of options you can make out of that, and to be honest, there's no right answer to it as it's based off your opinion. But the one weapon that seems to be exalted and just constantly shown in almost every anime is the sword. Personally, for me, the reason why I love swords in anime so much is probably what it represents for the character that wields the sword. As for most instances, yeah, they'll be very stern, very patient, people that don't get mad too easily. But on one hand, you'll catch people that use swords in such a wild manner, are so abrasive, yet have such a swag to them. As traditionally in anime, swordsmanship is not just strength, it's based off control, as using the sword demands precision over brute force, timing over chaos, patience over aggression, and that makes it perfect for storytelling a character, because that type of progression shows a lot of character development and is bound to get you a lot of juicy one at that. Pause. Which already gives you some insight into the character and what they're kind of about, because you have to understand, even if they may seem wild, rude, and abrasive, again, they had to have trained for years, refine their mind and body, learn restraint. So when you see a character draw a blade in an anime, it often really represents, self-mastery or being comfortable in oneself. Now, of course, with there being such a wide range of sword users in the anime, there's also bound to be abnormalities as well. Prime example of this is Mugen from the anime Samurai Champloo, as he's completely opposite to everything I just said. Again, he's unorthodox with his fighting style. He doesn't really have a fighting style. He just knows how to contort his body and just run with the wind, really. But besides that, he's still badass as hell. He's still by far one of the best swordsmen I've ever seen in anime. So yeah, it just goes to show the wide spectrum of a swordsman. Now, another reason as to why swords and blades are just so popular in anime is probably the honor that comes from using one. This is a fact that's very easy to spot if you've watched at least more than 3 or 4 animes, as it's common that most swordsmen, when encountering another one, that instead of just going out in complete rage and trying to completely obliterate their opponent, they have a sort of respect for the fact that they also use a blade as well. And you'll notice that they make sure their deaths aren't too violent, but at the same time disrespectful enough to show like, yeah, I got the better hand over here. And this type of honor kind of actually translates to their character as well, as people that have this type of honor when it comes to fighting are bound to have that when it comes to just respecting their fellow man in the everyday world. Another reason as to why swords are so important in anime is probably the extension of identity that it represents, with the sword representing a swordsman's refined self, and that's why sword users are often displayed as being deeply introspective and having a very refined mental state, people that are very mature and know what they're doing, as again, having a calm mind equals clean, precise strikes. So you want to keep yourself mentally sharp and always prepared to tackle the problem no matter what's going on, as emotional instability means to wild swings, not being able to cut down your opponent, pretty much losing your life, because most sword fights are to the death. So yeah, the importance of a strong mind and being refined is extremely important when it comes to wielding a sword. Now, another reason as to why swords are so popular in anime is kind of a more obvious one, as again, swords are way more fun to draw than a gunfight. I mean, obviously a fight scene involving guns is going to be lacklustering, as again, most average people cannot dodge a bullet, and again, most people don't have shields even if they were able to dodge a bullet, so there's that as well. While as having a sword is visually way more appealing, you understand the skill that goes behind it, you understand the animation that goes behind it, so you gotta respect the animator. And then on top of that, using swords are cool. Like, that's something we've always cherished since childhood, bro. Ever since I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, watched Leonardo do his thing. Lastly, the importance of swords really stems from the cultural influence that it comes from. As most anime coming from Japan, you understand that swordsmanship is very important to them, as it's part of the historical samurai class they once had, with swordsmanship being very synonymous with the philosophy that the samurai once had of cherishing the idea of having loyalty, honor, restraint, acceptance of death, and then perfection through repetition. And even though most anime don't exactly, use the historically accurate versions of swords and explain the whole samurai and all the other philosophy behind it, it still borrows the aesthetic of it and understands that, yeah, this is where we're trying to draw inspiration from. And it's not hard to see the culture in most animes, as it makes sense as to why sword fights tend to be very quiet before impact and emotionally charged, as it quite literally reflects what they used to have to go through with the samurai class. Anyways, y'all, appreciate you guys for coming to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope God's blessing you the way He's been blessing me. And hope you guys stay safe, as it's about to get hot. So, get your summer bodies ready, bro. Pause. Even though it's not really pause.